Okay, so good morning. My name is Mr. Dharyl Del Mundo, and I will be the one who will talk about how to make an ISIM. So this is just an introduction to interactive strategic instructional or intervention material. So let us first know what are the things that we need to be able to make an ISIM. So you can use the following. You can use the animations, you can use actions, and you can use applications, which includes the Visual Basic application in the PowerPoint. So ISIM simply means that this is a learning material made only in PowerPoint presentation, an upgrade of SIM, or ordinary PowerPoint lecture type, includes students' response and interaction, can be accessed offline too, and enjoyable and fun to learn. But first, let us differentiate SIM to iSIM. So we know that SIM, they are printable for consumption of papers and ink, requires book bind, and can be manipulated by hands, while iSIM can be stored in flash drive or your thumb drive, paperless learning material, more on games run by animations and applications and actions, and then can be manipulated by mouse. If you have your Bluetooth mouse, that's very good. Okay, so what are the pros and the cons in iSIM? So the pros, let us deal with the pros. Number one, it is digitally stored and paperless, ICT integrated, interactive, user friendly. So since our students are digital natives, they are able to manipulate or some like explore the usage and functions of the computer. And the cons are we have PowerPoint literacy and familiarization because not all of them are familiarized or literate when it comes to PowerPoint or in the Microsoft offices. Okay, and then availability of Microsoft PowerPoint presentations because some of them doesn't have, but thankfully sa DepEd they given us the free access to Microsoft Office 365. And then coding in VBA, this is the technical part or the IT part of the PowerPoint. When you're going to use the Visual Basic application, it's a lot of words, a lot of letters, a lot of symbols, and a lot of numbers. Then developer icons configurations. There are a lot of icons that you can see in the developer tab. So those are the cons that we need to be familiarized with. And laptop's memory storage. So you need a large memory storage because when you put all the codes there, all the necessary like actions and applications and other stuff inside your iSIM, oh no, it needs a big and a massive memory storage. Okay, so let us first tackle about animation. So you are already familiar with the animation pane or the animation part in the PowerPoint presentation. You can see there. In your animation, there's a lot of entrance, emphasis. It's one entrance, emphasis, and then exit or motion paths. So there are different types of animation. So you can make use of it to make your PowerPoint very interactive. So make a combination of different animations to create a game in an interesting way. So not just one, you can do combination as well. For example, you can make quiz or something like revealing box and shooting game. So that's one one of the best things that you can do in animations. You can combine them to make a gamified PowerPoint presentation. And next we have the actions, or it is included with a hyperlink. So when you go to your developer tab, you can see there insert. So when you click insert, you will see there the hyperlink and then the box that has the star inside. Okay, that is the action button. So the action gives or give the selected object an action to carry out when you click it or mouse over it. Later on, I will show you what is an example of an action icon. So link and hyperlink, we know that connecting from one slide to another or to some videos or to some pictures or to some links. Okay. And actions can also run the macro in the developer tab. So In actions, when you click it, you can see there the macro. And when you choose the macro, you can like control and configure the drag and drag. Yeah, yung drag and drop configurations, you can use it in a macro and make use of it in the action icon. Now, let's go to the application or the Visual Basic Application. So what is VBA? Okay, so VBA or Visual Basic Applications runs as an internal programming language in Microsoft Office, or like in Access, Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher, Word, and Visual. But we are going to focus on PowerPoint. Then VBA allows users to customize beyond what is normally available with MS Office host applications. VBA is not a standalone program. By manipulating graphical user interface or the GUI features such as toolbars and menus, dialog boxes, and forms, you may use VBA to create user-defined functions or the UDFs, access windows, application programming interfaces or APIs, and automate specific computer processes and calculations. So to simplify, VBA are the different codes where we can put our codes, where we can put our macros, so that when we run it, when we show it to the PowerPoint, all the things that we put inside, okay, will be run to our output. So you can see there when you put there like drag and drop, when you present it, it will become drag and drop, something like that. And then when you command it, for example, you got it right, you are wrong, try again next time, something like that. So it is included in Visual Basic Application. So let's start with macro in Visual Basic Application. Macro is essentially a sequence of characters whose input results in another sequence of characters, its output, that accomplishes specific computing tasks. You do not need to purchase the VBA software because VBA is the version of Visual Basic that ships with Microsoft Office 2010. So it is included also in your PowerPoint, but some of it are not activated yet. So I will teach you how to activate your developer tab so that you can see the macro and the Visual Basic applications. That what am I talking about? Okay, so we need to familiarize first with your PowerPoint presentation window. So at the top of it, here, you can see there the title bar. Okay, so that you will know what is the title of your PowerPoint. And then we have here the quick access toolbar. And then we have the toolbar here, the next layer. And then on your right side, facing your laptop or your computer, is the slide pane or slides pane. And then on your right side, you can see there, this big part is the slide, okay? And then at the bottom of it is the status bar. So you will see the developer tab here somewhere in the toolbar. But here in our example, we do not have the developer tab because it is not yet activated. Okay, so I will teach you how to activate your developer tab. So to set up your developer tab, so kindly follow the different steps here. So let's get started. So to set up the developer tab, step 1, go to the File tab and click. So you can see there the File tab. This is the File tab. Okay. When you click the File tab, you will see another window will open and look for the Options button. Options button is located at the bottom. When you click the Options button, step 3, choose Customize Ribbon. Another window will pop up. Choose Customize Ribbon, then click the Developer tab box. So on your right side, here, you can see the Developer tab checkbox. So you need to check it, okay? And then do not forget to click OK. Then step 4, go back to the PowerPoint window and then check the Developer tab. Here is the Developer tab. Okay. Besides Facilitator PDF and Help button, this is the Developer tab. And when you click the Developer tab button, these are all the icons that you will see. Very unfamiliar, right? So the purpose of this is later on I will teach you what are those icons for. Okay? What are the functions of those icons for us to be able to make our PowerPoint become like interactive and enjoyable to learn. So to set up, again, to summarize it, number one, go to the File button, then select Options. Number two, find the Customize ribbon. Then three, click the Developer checkbox. And then number four, check the PowerPoint window and look for the Developer tab in the toolbar, and then explore and enjoy your Developer tab. Okay? Did you get it? Okay. I know all of you are very intelligent enough for you to know all about these things. And now, the Developer tab is the place to go when you want to do or use the following. So this is basically the function of the Developer tab. Okay? Are you ready to know? Okay. Number one, to write macros. This is very important. Run macros that you previously recorded. Use XML commands. Use ActiveX controls. Create applications to use with Microsoft Office programs. Use form controls in Microsoft Excel. Work with the shape sheet in Microsoft Visual. And create new shapes in stencils in Microsoft Visual. So we are not dealing about those stuff. We are going to deal about macros and to run the macros and even the codes, okay, in the Developer tab. So these are the things that you will see in the Developer tab. So we have the controls, the codes, the add-ins, and the modify. So features, we need to open up our mind when it comes to those icons, because we are in the midst of the pandemic and we need to, you know, level up our skills when it comes to ICT integration in teaching science or whatever subject it is. So these are very important for you to be familiarized with. So let's start. Okay. So the controls. So this is very, very important when it comes to the Developer tab, the controls. So basically, this is where are we going to focus on the inputs. Okay, what are we going to input to our PowerPoint? So these are the actions, or the icons rather, icons and functions. So as you can see, when we click the Developer tab a while ago, you will see a lot of icons there. And this is the control group. Okay. When you see this one, this is what we call label. Okay. It gives you a label button. So meaning to say, if you use it, you can make a label out of it. So it's like a box, and then you put some label on it. Okay. And then next we have the text box. This is what the text box looks like. Okay. It allows you to type text inside the box. So even though your PowerPoint presentation is already presented, okay, kahit naka-project na yan, you can type. Okay, you can type whatever text you wanted to type there. Okay, it's like a blank box, like that rectangular box, and then when you put your cursor there and then click it, you can type it. Okay, that is the text box. And then the next one, we have the spin button. So the spin button is like an up and down button. We have this control allows the user to select a value by clicking on the two buttons, either to increase or decrease the value. So I use this one only for one. So when like addition, something like that, and subtraction, you can add and subtract the value. Okay, that's when you use it, the speed button. And then we have the next one, this rectangular icon. This is the command button. Okay, it commands everything. So when you put that rectangular button, it commands everything, like you can add, you can subtract, you can multiply. It's like it is the connection between that from one action to another action. Okay, it provides a command button. Okay, if you want to check it, it will check. Okay, if you want to review it, it will be reviewed. Okay, so that is the command button. And then we have the image. This is what the image looks like. It allows you to insert images. Okay, you are allowed rather to insert images also in the Developer tab while using your Visual Basic application. And then this one, the scroll bar. So most likely they are the same with the spin button, scroll bar. So here in the scroll bar, it gives a scroll up and down command buttons, like when you have the list, something like that. Okay, you can scroll up and you can scroll down and then choose. Okay, it's like a checklist, something like that. And then we have a checkbox. A checkbox looks like this, but when you put it in your PowerPoint, it's empty. Okay, so that the student, if they click it, and then you can put some codes there when they check it or when they click it, and then put a check inside the box. It can like gives you a prompt like you are correct or you are wrong, or try again next time, something like that. It allows you to click the check inside the box. Okay. And the option button, so it allows you to click and choose. For example, you have the multiple choices, something like that. You can see there the circle, and then when you click it, it can give you a prompt that you are correct or not, okay, or whatever it is. It's like good job, something like that. You can modify and you can customize your own what do you call this, message box. And then we have this one, the combo box, used when the user needs to select a value from a set of many values. So combo box and list box are kind of the same, something like that. So it's like you have a lot of values and you want to select something. Okay, it's almost the same. It gives a different selection in the list box. It gives different selections that can be scrolled up and down. Okay, and then we have the toggle box. Yes, here is the toggle box. Allows the user to change a setting between two states. So the last one, we have more controls. So this is what it looks like. So if you want to do some controls or add more controls, you can use this more controls. Okay, but basically those are the icons and functions of the developer tab. Okay, and now the next group are the codes. Okay, this is the crucial part, because the codes, it allows you to view, edit, and type your codes. So you will see there the Visual Basic. This is what it looks like. And the macros. Okay, and then the macro security. Because if you are not going to secure your macro or your codes, everything will be debugged. Everything will gone. Or the worst case scenario, if you do not save it, if you did not secure your macros or your codes or a Visual Basic application, when you run it and then when you post it, oh no, it will not work. Okay, so might as well, as much as possible, do not forget to Control S. Okay, to save, to save, to save, and to save. Okay, do not forget that features. Okay, and then the last, the second to the last is the add-ins. Okay, so as we can read this, add-ins, just only for you to add up. Okay, the install programs, those enhance speed and feature of the works are called add-ins. So this is what it looks like. But most likely, we are not going to deal with this part. Only those with the icons and the functions in the control button. And then modify. This is what the modify button or icon looks like. Okay. So on this part, this is the DepEd Manila suggested flow when you are going to make use of the ISIM or the interactive strategic instructional material or intervention material. So the ISIM is a dual purpose, or it's a double purpose. Like you can use it as instructional material while you are doing the lesson, and you can use it also as an intervention material. See, it's hitting two birds with one stone, right? So in this part, you can see here the main topic, which is all about the musculoskeletal system. And then on your left side, you can see here the different flow, okay, or the flow of the lesson. So it starts with the objectives, starts with next with the drill, the motivation, unlocking difficulties, lesson proper, generalization, application, and evaluation. It's like your lesson plan is in your PowerPoint presentation, but this time it is interactive. So in the objectives, we know that we should put all the targets. Okay, so do not forget to put all your targets at the beginning of your lesson. And then the drill. So the drill and the motivation, I think this is interconnected with each other, so that when you do the drill, you can also motivate the students for them to, become hyper, to become interested with the topic as much as possible, make use of a gamified one, so that they are, awake and alert and enthusiastic to learn. And then unlocking difficulties or unfamiliar words in English or in Filipino, we can use of the some vocabularies. Okay, in science, like in some like scientific names or scientific terms, or there are technical terms that we need to study more, or like we are going to encounter while we are discussing our topic. So we need to put it inside the unlocking difficulties, or those the unfamiliar words. And then we have the lesson proper. Okay, you put all your activities there. And then we have the generalization. Right after the generalization, you can see there the application. So also important. And then the last part, the evaluation. And then ta-da! You have your own PowerPoint presentation, your lesson plan in an animated way. Okay? And then let's do the application time. Are you ready to apply all the things that you learned? Okay, so let's start with this. I will show you some of the. This is one of the ISIM that I made last 2 years ago. Okay. Then I will teach you some of the basic codings and some of the basic visual basic application, and how to combine one animations or the action button in your PowerPoint. So let's start with the sample time. Okay, so in here I apply the animation. So this is like, a gamified one. When you go to the arcade, when you go to Quantum, or when you go to the World of Fun, one of the best things is that you're going to look at the picture and then try to search something. So this is a combination of different animations. So I use like, what do you call this? Motion path. And at the same time, I also use like the click, okay, the click action, the motion action, and then the appear or the entrance animation. You will see there. So, for example, this is the title of this one is Radiant, or Radiant. Look at the picture carefully and find the materials and foods that are with radiation. Double click the object. So, for example, this one, television. So when I double click it, that is motion path. And as you can see at the bottom, the TV has been erased. Okay, that is the entrance. Okay, the entrance animation. So while you click it, motion path will go into the radioactive material. And then at the same time, the TV or the television has been crossed out, okay, by the entrance animation. So here, cell phone, something like that, okay, and the X-ray, and then we have the Brazilian nuts, we have the oven, okay, we have the carrots, we have the radio, something like that. So those are the things that, you just need to be creative, and you just need to just open up your mind for you to make an interesting game. So if you are a man or woman who loves to play games, okay, this one suits for you. So as you can see there, we find all the objects, okay, the materials and the foods, and then all the materials at the bottom has been crossed out. Okay, so that is just an animation. Okay, we are going to relate or interconnect or combine one animation to another animation. Okay? And then we have the next. The next one is all about the action. So, yan. So try again agad. Diba? So we have here the back button. So when you back button, and may kita nyo yan, madedebug kapag hindi okay yung inyong Visual Basic application. Meaning to say, your Visual Basic application has been debugged. So you cannot run, so that everything will not work. Okay. And for example, in this part, this is like an amazing race. It's like an amazing race. So race, as you race towards the finish line, collect all the radioactive things by clicking it. So you are not going to what do you call this? Put your cursor. So this is your cursor, right? And this is your cursor. This is the start button, and then this is where you're going to start, and then your cursor is your like your character, and then you are not allowed to bump to those white walls or to those white bricks, because if you're going to what do you call this? If you're going to bump, or if you're going to put your mouse over that white walls, you're going to try it again, like what we have done a while ago. So that is an action button. You're going to make an action. For example, you put there the rectangular shape. So you put the rectangular shape, and then you click the rectangular shape, and then insert, and then put some action. So, for example yan, mababangga tayo ha. Ibabump natin. You lose. Okay? So, you need to go back again here. Okay. So, you need to be careful. Try not to bump with those white walls, or else you'll be dead. Okay. This need. So this is also this is an animation one. So when you click it, all the words are going to open. Okay, collect it, and then be careful. Collect it, and then go here. You know, if you want like maze, something like that, you can make use of it and be creative enough. So there you go. And then this is link. Okay, when you click it, and then congratulations, you win. So that is an example of an action. This part, this is an example of Visual Basic application. Okay, so here I put some checkbox. Okay, these are the checkbox here. You can see here. Checkbox, 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 and these two are option. These are options. The options button. Okay. So spot HUD, that is the title. Then observe the picture carefully. Then put a check inside the box that shows heat transfer. So I incorporated the Visual Basic applications here. So you're going to find heat transfer here. For example, sun. When you click it, okay, there's a prompt that saying you are correct. Okay, and then just copy it, and then for example, stars. But there's no stars there, right? So the prompt says wrong. There are no stars in the picture. Okay, so that the students, you know, they can as much as possible, they can interact with you. Or why there's no star like that? Because it's not yet night, for example, so that they get the desired results in an instant. Okay, next we have the grill. Okay, so we're correct, something like that. And then the moon, wrong, there's no moon there, and that's the transfer. And correct, and then this one, correct. Okay, body temperature, correct. So that is a checkbox that has the message box. Okay, checkbox with message box, Visual Basic application codes. Okay, and then we have next one. And this part in the Visual Basic application, we're going to look at the GIF here. So what this GIF means, something like that. So energy is transferred, okay, from one molecule to another is known as. So you need to click here and type your answer. So this is a command box. Okay, command box. So when you click it, there's a prompt that will notify you that note capitalized the all, oh sorry, capitalize all the letters, kabaligtad. Capitalize all the letters in entering your answer. So when you're going to type your answer, be sure that you follow the instructions. Okay? So, for example, let's type conduction. Then let's click OK. Click OK, you are correct. There's a prompt there that says you are correct. And then, for example, this one, number 2, let's click. And then, let's type, for example, radiation. And then, click OK. So, sorry, you're wrong. Okay, sorry, wrong answer. So, same as with, if you did not like type all the capital letter. Okay, sorry, you're wrong. Or sorry, wrong answer, something like that. You can customize the message box in the prompt. So be creative as much as possible. Like you nailed it, job well done. Okay, like very good, something like that. And then the last Visual Basic application is this one. It's also a checkbox. Okay. So here you can put some simulations in your iSim. So this is run by macro, or you can get some other simulations from other learning materials, but you need to choose what's the best one. This is from WordWorks, so you can put some of the macros of WordWorks here. So as you can see there, the simulations is now moving, and there's an explanation there. Based on the simulations that you see there, you can now answer this part. So this is the checkbox. There you go. So you got it right, something like that. So wonderful. Like what I've told you a while ago, you can customize the message from box. So if you're wrong, try again. Okay. You can uncheck it. Read again. Okay. And then this is the text box. So in the text box, for example, they got it all correct. Like you can put 5 there. Okay. So student notes. This is another. What do you call this? This is text box also. So you can put there any notes or the things that are very important to the students, like into relation. Okay, so that they will have their own notes like convection, something like that, and then conduction, so that you can see there that there are developments or improvements based on the learnings of the students, so that they can learn easily when it comes to this part. Okay, so that's the end of the sample. So I will teach you how to put some of it. Okay, so let's start with the new slate. So this is just for an iSim template or sample. In your toolbar, you can see there, in between of the view and the help, you choose or you click the developer tab. So in the developer tab, remember this one. Okay, remember the add-ins, the modify, okay, the codes and the controls. So here in the controls, this is very important. Okay, these are the things that we need to learn for us to be able to run and make our PowerPoint an interactive one. And view codes, so this is where you're going to view the codes that you're going to put in. Okay, so for example, This one. Let's put a checkbox. The checkbox. So we have checkbox 1 and checkbox 2. So for example, we have a question like 1 plus 1 equal 2. So you're going to answer by checking box like true or false. So here, for you to be able to edit the checkbox part here, go to the properties. This is the property. There you go. Okay, so click the property there, and then there's an elongated window here on your left side or whatsoever in any part of your computer. So you can rename it. Okay, so here you can see there the caption. This is the caption. So this is the name of your control, checkbox 1. And then this is the caption where you're going to edit. You cannot edit it directly here. Okay, remember that you cannot edit it here directly. You need to go to the properties and then edit it there. Okay, so here we're going to put like true. So, sorry, true. And then you can change the font color. Okay, nice. And then here, you can also change the font style. So again, it's different from the usual one. So example, we choose this one, okay, this one, and then here you can choose what type of style and what font size. Let's choose 24. So let's go back here. There you go. Changes. It's very light, so let's change this into darker one. There you go. And then that's it. You change the checkbox button to true. And then this one, okay, we're going to edit this one as false. Then choose font style. Okay, and then 24. There you go. Okay, and then let's go back again here. Then let's change the color, something like that. Okay. There you go. So you can close it if you're done. So how are we going to put some codes here or the message box so that we will know if the answer for this question is correct? Okay, so in this part we are going to apply. I will teach you how to do some visual basic application in your iSIM. So let's start with the new slate. Okay, this is for your iSIM template. Okay, so for example, let's have the question 1 plus 1 equals 2. So we can put their checkbox here. So let's go here, and then there you go. It's like you are inserting an image or inserting shape, something like that. But this time it's different. It has a checkbox. It has a control button. Okay, and then just copy it and then paste. Although checkbox 1 is here, but this is not checkbox 1. This is checkbox 2. Later on, you will see it here in the properties. So you're not going to edit it here in the PowerPoint presentation window, and do not double click the button. Okay, so if you want to edit it, go to the properties here. Click the properties, and then there's an elongated window will pop up on your right side or whatever side in your computer. And then you can see here the checkbox 1, the name of the control button, and then this is where you're going to edit your control button. So for you to edit it, go to caption here. This is the caption. Means checkbox 1. That's why it appears checkbox 1 here. Okay, so we can edit this one. 2. Let's make a true or false question.
Start ka na with typing true or false.
Okay, so this time we are going to type the true or false button here, and we're going to insert the codes for us to be able to know if our answer in this question is correct or not. So here we have checkbox 1, and this one is checkbox number 2, but only the caption says checkbox 1. So for us to edit here, do not double click it, okay? Because if you double click it, it will bring you to the Visual Basic application window. So for us to be able to edit it, here in the properties, you can see the different alphabetic like and category that we will be able to edit our Visual Basic. Okay, so here in the properties, we can edit the font style, the font size, and even the color. So let's start with the caption here. Okay, this is the caption. It says there checkbox 1. That is why checkbox 1 is written here. Okay, so highlight it and then let's type true. Okay, let's change the font style and the font size. So let's go with this one. Okay, then click OK, then go back. Then we can also change the color. Change the font color. Okay. Let's choose blue. Okay, so now let's go to the another checkbox. So this is the checkbox 2, but the caption only says checkbox 1. Here is the caption, checkbox 1, but the name of the checkbox is checkbox 2. So do not be confused with it, okay? So it's different from one to another because it is very important for you to know which is 1 and which is 2, which is 3, which is 4, so on and so forth, so that you will not be confused when you are going to enter codes. Because if you like put some wrong numbering when it comes to coding, everything will become wasted and it will be debugged. So let's change the caption. So if you want to change the name here or the title here of the button, just go to the caption. Look for the caption in the properties. Okay, and let's type false. Change the font color and the font style. Okay. There you go, and let's choose red for false. Okay, there you go, and then let's go back here. So for us to be able to input the codes in our question or the true or false question here, double click first the true. Okay. So that is checkbox number 1. As you can see here in the private sub, checkbox underscore click. So meaning to say, if you click the checkbox 1, okay, this will be the message or the prompt. Okay, so let's type message box. Then special character, then your message. Let's say you are correct. Then another special character, and then do not forget there's always end sub. Okay, that is for checkbox number 1. And let's go to checkbox number 2, which the caption is false. Double click it and then it will bring you to the window of Visual Basic for application. So message box, and then special character again, then sorry, try again. Okay, then let's go back here and then let's try. Okay, so if you're going to try it, just present it, something like this. Okay, so question number 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So if your answer is true, then check here. Then the message box, there's a prompt that will send you a message that you are correct. But if you choose and check the box or false, sorry, try again. Okay, so that's it for the checkbox and inserting the codes for message box. Okay, next, let's do the command button. So all you have to do is to become creative when it comes to this kind of stuff, especially in, make a little bit of combination, creativity, and at the same time, become open-minded when it comes to what will be my students' like interests, something like that. So let's go to the question number 2. So for question number 2, the basic unit of life. Okay, so the basic unit of life. Then let's put this one. This is the command button. So for you to know the different names of the button, just let your mouse over it. So image, okay. Then this is the command button, okay, or the active X control. Click it, and then it's like you are going to insert an image or a shape. So there you go. Almost the same, right? But this one is a command button. And then we're going to edit this button using the properties. Okay, click the properties again, then you will see the name command button number 1, because you can put a lot of different command buttons. If you want to check something, I will teach you to do that also. So here, let's check or edit rather the caption. So let's try click and type your answer. Okay, there you go. Then change it. Go back here. So when you click this command button, what you're going to do next is that you're going to code it so that when you put the codes inside of it, you will be able to answer the question. Okay. So for you to insert the code, double click again the button. Then it will bring you again to the Visual Basic for application. So I have here some samples of codes. Here, okay, this one. This type of code is kind of logical. It's like when you, what do you call this? When you answer it correctly, then it says like you are correct. But if you answer it incorrect, it's like, sorry, you're wrong, something like that. So it will give you like a logical code, something like that. So here, the private sub is with the command button number 1. So we are not in command button number 2, number 3, but we are in a command button number 1. So deem I as a string, meaning to say you're going to input an integer. Okay? So mag-i-input tayo dyan ng words. We're going to input words over there. So I means input box, note, capitalize all the letters in entering your answer. So meaning to say there's another prompt there that will notify you that you need to capitalize all the letters of your answer. Okay, so if I, this is where the logical magic is happening. If, okay, if I is equal to, then special character, then type the correct answer. Okay, cell, then the special character, then message box, you are correct, meaning to say that's the correct answer. Else, okay, another logical word, message box, special character, sorry, wrong answer. So if your student answer like tissues, organ, something like that, which is not cell or it is not all capitalized, the message box will prompt sorry, wrong answer. And do not forget to end if. Okay. And the logical question if. And if, then end sum. Okay. So let's try. So let's go back to the PowerPoint window. Here, Let's press F5. So the basic unit of life, click and type your answer. So there's the prompt there. So you insert there the integer, capitalize all the letters in entering your answer that will notify you. And then at the bottom of it, you can type your answer. So type cell. And then when you type cell, click OK, and then you are correct. But what if you're incorrect? Let's type tissue. When you click OK, sorry, wrong answer. Same as with if you do not follow the direction here. For example, you are correct. You answer your cell, but you didn't capitalize all the letters. So sorry, wrong answer. So it will give you the exact answer based on how you direct your students. Or please be careful with your directions. Okay. So next, I will teach you how to check their answer. Okay, how to check their answer. Let's start with command button. There you go. Command button. Just copy it and then paste. So we have command button 1 here. This is the command button 1. And you put another command button. This is command button number 2, command button number 3. So it's continuous when you put the different buttons in one slide. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. Okay, and then let's try to edit the caption here. Okay, let's type here check. Then another one, let's type here check also. And then this is a combination of different controls in the developer tab. And then let's put some label, no, not label, but the text box. This is the text box. There you go. And then this one also. You can change the color of the box, okay? So go to the back color, this part, okay? Back color, this is the back color. So you can change it, for example, we can as yellow, okay? Lighter yellow. And just copy and then paste it. Okay, so this is where, for example, there is a question and then you're going to check if their answer is correct or not. Let's adjust it here, adjust it here, and then here also. Okay, and then let's type some questions. And question number 3. Okay, let's have group of cells, and then question number 4. Group of choose. Okay, so for question number 3, group of cells. For question number 4, group of tissues. So for us to be able to know how are we going to put some codes here, I will show you first what a text box looks like when we present it. So this is what it looks like. You can type here, there. And then based on what you're typing here, then we will check it here. Then let's find out if your answer is correct or not. There you go. You can type it there. Okay, so do not forget this is text box number 1, as you can see it here. Okay, this one is text box number 2. Okay, do not be confused. This is command button number 2. Okay, And this command button is command button number 3. There you go. Okay, so let us check and put some answer here. Okay, so for us to put it here, since the command button will command us which will be the correct one, so we will not click the text box, okay, but we will click the command button, okay, and this is where we're going to insert the code. So we have here the command button number 2, and then let's input the code here. So again, integer for text box number 1, meaning to say when you input, okay, in text box number 1, if I is, again, group of cells, so tissues. Okay, tissues, then message box, you are correct. Else, message box, sorry, wrong answer or incorrect. Input there, incorrect. Then end if, the logical question or the logical word, and then end sum. So let's try. Okay, so let's type here tissue. And then when we click check, okay, sorry, incorrect. So let's go back, meaning to say there's something wrong with the coding. Wait, excuse me, sir.
May
Hello,
namimigay
sir.
na naman ng SAP.
Papaalis lang, sir, ng motor.
Yeah, tuloy.
Tuloy lang, sir. Okay, so in this part, we are going to check what is wrong. If I is tissues, so our answer is incorrect, right? Because the answer here should be tissues. So we lack letter S. So let's go back here and then let's type it and then let's check. Click the command button to check and then you are correct. Okay. So even if you lack one letter, wrong spelling, sorry, it will give you incorrect. So here, another one, for a group of tissues, we have organs. So again, double click to insert the code for the command button. So same as with this one, button number 3. Okay, since deem I as string, I is not is equal to text box number 1 because we are talking about text box number 2. So be mindful with the text box number. Be mindful with the command button number because your codes will not work if the numbering is not congruent or if it's not correct. Okay. So if text box 2, if I is organs, then message box, you are correct, or you can say you nailed it. Another way of saying it, you are correct, you nailed it. Else, message box, sorry, better luck next time. Maybe we can, we can maximize the words that we're going to use or phrase that we're going to use when it comes to correct and incorrect, correct or wrong answer, something like that. Better luck next time. Okay. Or we can do it in a positive way. You can do it, something like that. Okay. You can do it. Try again. And then end if, and then end sum. And then let's go back to the PowerPoint window for us to test our code. Okay. So here, let's type organs. And then let's check. Then you nailed it, meaning to say you are correct. So are we able to edit the text box? Okay, is it editable? Oh, yes, it is editable. Okay, for you to edit this one, again, click it only once and then go to the properties here. Go to the properties. And then you will see there, okay, here, where's the caption? This is the text. Okay, at the bottom, most likely at the, almost at the bottom. Here, okay? Then, erase it. You can change the font style also, the font color, and you can, you know, change the alignment. You can put the words in the middle. So this is what you're going to do. Let's change the font style first. Okay, and then 24. Then let's go back here, and then change the color. Let's go for blue, dark blue. And then you will see here text align here at the bottom, below text. See there, text align, and then just click here, this one, the right side, and then click the arrow down. Then from text align at the middle, number 2. Okay, on your right, that's number 3. On your left, that's number 1. So click number 2 so that your text when you type it is at the middle. Okay, and then let's check. See, so at the middle, side teachers. There you go. You edited it already. Okay. Again, for this one, go to properties and then change the font style. You can whatever font style you wanted to have in your PowerPoint presentation or in your iSim. As much as possible, it's readable and can be easy to understand. Easy to understand. So that's okay. And let's go back here. And then let's change the color again. If you want to become more communicative when it comes to colors, then go ahead. And then text alignment, choose number 2. There you go. So you edited already. So another thing that I wanted to teach you about Visual Basic application is the drag and drop button. Okay, so in the drag and drop button, you are able or you are going to enable the to drag and drop the what do you call this, the word or the answer. Okay, simple as this one. Go to the label. Sorry, in text box. This is the text box. Go to the text box and then click it and then insert. There you go. Change the color. Okay. Then another one. Make another one. So in this part, we are going to enable the drag and drop. So we are going to drag and drop the tissues and organs. Those 2 words, we're going to drag and drop it to the next or to the next, what do you call this, blank text box. Okay. So let's start. Just click, since this is the text box that we are going to edit the drag and drop, let's click this one. Okay, so go to the properties again. So this is text box number 1. You will see there the, where are you? This one. Drug behavior. Here is the drug behavior. Okay, we are going to enable it since it's in zero state, meaning to say it's not enabled. Okay. Then there you go. Click number 1 so that you are able to enable you enable it already. Okay. Go to this one again. Then find the drug behavior. And then from zero state to 1. Okay, meaning to say we already enabled the drag and drop. So when we present this one, just double click it and then left click and then drag it to the next what do you call this text box and then drop. There you go. And then this one, highlight everything and then left click and then drag it to the next empty text box. There you go. So are we going to put this back here? No, because these two boxes here or text boxes here, and the drag behavior is not enabled. Okay, so we are not going to drag and drop this one. Only this text box. So you need to combine all those coding, something like that, and you need to, as much as possible, creative enough for you to make your ISIM or your interactive strategic instructional material like communicative, interactive, so that your students will become motivated enough and as much as possible they are eager to learn when it comes to technology. So now I am challenging you to make your own ISIM and please send it to the following link and to be sent to Sir JC.